guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, The Bright Side Girl, and today we're going to be doing my first unhaul of 2025. In case you missed it, I will link my organizing slash cleaning slash reversing my bookshelves vlog up in the cards for you guys, as well as down below in the description. I went through and changed all my bookshelves over. As you can see, we have some gaps. We're leaving room for some hauls that I have for the rest of the year that I need to put in. But I went through and I pulled out about 30 plus books that I'm gonna unhaul. It sounds like a lot. It's not really. It's not that many because it's out of control right now. These are some things that I can either find easily again in the future if I decide to read them, or just things that I no longer want. You are going to be seeing an influx of hauls and unhauls. I do things a little bit differently over here. I will try to do themed book hauls. So I will collect a certain amount of a certain style of book or special editions or some kind of a theme, and then I will film the book haul versus like doing one every month. So a lot of the times the book hauls I have collected for the course of several months, if not a year. So yes, I have like 2 or 3 hauls coming your way. A lot of them I've had for like a long time and been kind of in the works. So it's not like I just unhauled all this and then hauled a bunch. But also I am able to find books fairly cheaply around here. I can find books at used bookstores, library book sales, Goodwills, all kinds of different things. Usually I spend between $1 to $3. So we just do a lot of influxing. I have friends that send books, we trade books. So there are a lot of hauls and unhauling going on. It's a little bit of chaos, but I have organized it in my brain. So anyway, if you want to see me unhaul some books, these are all going to be books off of my TBR that I have not read, because I save the ones that I have read for a different haul so I can go over them a little bit more thoroughly. But yeah, we're just gonna dive right in. Okay, I really went through like my spooky books section and narrowed it down because there are just so many that I have. I felt like some of them may not be as amazing as I wanted. So Mortal Danger by Anne Guire. This one seemed a little bit more of like a high school revenge story. Sometimes I like those. It just seemed like something I was going to keep on the back burner for a long time, so we're unhauling. We have White Smoke by Tiffany D. Jackson. I just picked this one up for $1 a few years ago. I think it's got like haunted house vibes. I haven't heard good or bad things about it, and I'm trying to keep ones that are slightly spookier and darker that have been like referred to me more, or ones that I really am like so excited about. So unhauling. Deadfall by Stephen Wallenfield. I love the cover of this one. I read the first 2 chapters of this summer actually. It just didn't really capture my attention like I wanted. And again, I haven't really heard like anybody else reading it. It's another murder mystery thriller type read. So unhauling. Smoke and Mirrors by Ellie Griffith. This is part of the Magic Man mystery. Honestly, it looks very cute, but I think it's like one of like 8 in the series, and I don't have any of the other books. It's ex-library, so if I want to start reading it, I can find them again sometime in the future. Tether by Anna Jarzab. This is the second in a duology. I believe it's some kind of dystopian or sci-fi read. I love sci-fi books, but I just have so many, and again, it's one that I just haven't heard a ton about either. Okay, a couple that I have kind of read. So I read half of Half Bad, ironically, and then I have Half Lost. I think I gave Half Wild to a friend that was wanting it. This is part of a YA witchy trilogy. Our main character is like a half-blood from this dark evil like wizard that like ruined the world. It's giving me a little bit of like Cursed Child vibes. I read half. It is kind of really dark and heavy in my opinion, and I kept wanting to like reread it so I could read the next ones, and then I just kept putting it off. So I think I'm gonna pass on this one for now. I can always jump back in sometime in the future if I decide, but we're gonna unhaul this series. All right, next, a huge one. So I'm actually gonna unhaul my entire Fallen Kingdoms series. Fallen Kingdoms and Rebel Spring that I have read. It is a 6-book series with a 2-book spin-off, so 8 books in total. I read the first 2 last year as part of one of the big series I wanted to finish, and then I was reading Throne of Glass at the same time, and I was enjoying that more. These are well done, and I enjoyed them. However, fantasy is not my top priority anymore. I'm not as invested unless they're like a certain style or done a certain way, and I have so many on my shelves, and I just did not have the desire to finish this series after the first 2. This is definitely kind of like a young adult Game of Thrones vibes, and they're good. I gave the first one 4 stars and this one like 3.75. So they are good. I just did not feel like it was going to be something that I was going to wind up keeping in the end, and I wanted to finish Throne of Glass and some other things. So I'm unhauling this entire series, which I'm kind of proud of myself. It's hard for me to unhaul them when they're like all beautiful and together like that, as well as books 1 and 2 of the spin-off series. We're just going to let it go. I need the room. I need the real estate on my shelves. I need to read other fantasy series. So that one's going. Same kind of thing for The Storm Crow by Kaylin Josephson. I really don't know anything about this. I do love this cover, so it's hard for me. But I know it's the start of a fantasy series. Haven't heard good or bad things about it either way, and I just wanted to unhaul a couple so that I can make some of these other ones a priority. Nemo Rising by C. Courtney Joyner. I think I thought this was a retelling at one point, and now I don't think it is, but it's like a warship submarine book, and yeah. We probably don't need that. Roses and Rot by Kat Howard. Again, another one that I thought was a retelling. I do think this is going to be like gothic and kind of darker, maybe a little bit spookier, probably something I will like. Honestly, I'm being a little vain with this one because I don't love the cover, but I also got this one for like $1, so we are unhauling this. The Silo Chronicles, I have the third one somewhere as well, so I need to grab that to unhaul it. This one does look very, very cool. I am into people having to live like under domes and in enclosed spaces. Sci-fi and kind of dystopian and storm-ish, but I have so many things that are kind of similar that I want to get to first. And again, I'm trying to limit my series because I'm doing very good like keeping up with the series that I'm starting, and this is just so low on the priority list. Black Dahlia by Keith Thomas. This is an adult sci-fi read that has something to do with space. I'm not even going to read the synopsis and tempt myself because I have so many books that I want to get to for Galaxy-a-thon, like space related, and I don't really know much about this one, and I also found it at Dollar Tree, so hopefully I can find it again easier if I need to. We have Darkness Before the Dawn. I also have the second book in this series. I think it's supernatural YA. The covers are very like old school and cool, probably like werewolves or ghosts or something fun like that, but I just have a lot of this style of book. So we're gonna unhaul this one and its friend whenever I can find it. Another one that I have read the first book, and that is the Flunked series. This is so hard for me because they are so freaking pretty, so beautiful. Flunked, Tricked, and Wished, the Fairy Tale Reform School. These are like retellings based on fairy tales. I read the first one and I enjoyed it. It was silly and cute and fun. It leans a little bit more middle grade than YA, but it's a huge series and I just don't think I'm going to finish it, and I feel like someone else will enjoy it even more. I may even use these for a giveaway or something, so unhauling. I think that's it for now. So a little under 30 once I took out the ones that I had read that will be in a future haul at some point. Hopefully save a little space on my shelves. Honestly, you just never know. I am going to get another bookshelf at some point, so you guys will see that sometime in the future. I'm definitely going to do a couple more unhauls before the year is over, and I like to unhaul every time I get like 10 books that I have read that I decided I no longer want to keep. Let me know if this was torturous to you, if I unhauled your favorite book. Let me know if you do hauls and unhauls frequently or infrequently, or if you just stick to ebooks like a sane person so you don't have to do this. But thank you so much for watching either way. Don't forget to check out those other videos I mentioned. They'll be linked down below in the description. Hopefully we're nice and reset for 2025, and I will see you guys next time on the bright side.